Hi Sagittarius, welcome to Higher Source Tarot for a tarot and oracle card reading for all Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Today's reading will be a general reading. This is the theme of the reading from the Moonology Manifestation Oracle card deck. New Moon in Libra, know you are loved. Of course you're loved. I love you. If no one has told you today, I want you to know that I love you. All right, let's consult the tarot. What advice do you have for Sagittarius, please? What does Sagittarius need to know, please, for the best and highest good of all involved with Sagittarius? Whoa, that's a good sign. The King of Cups came toppling out, just fluttering down. All right, here you have Justice, the Three of Wands, the Empress, the Hermit, the Chariot. A lot of Major Arcana, folks. The Seven of Wands, the Tower, in the World. Now look at, okay, we have six Major Arcana. And you know what else is going to happen? I have to do this. We have the Queen of Cups on the bottom with the King. I have to take this because they're a perfect pair. However, okay, we have six Major Arcana. Somebody told me, they left a comment a while back, when the Tower shows up, they said, dude, just redo the reading. Just hit the delete button, dump it, and redo it. I don't listen to anything with the Tower. That's poppycock. That's folly. You have to. The Tower is a great card. There's no bad cards in my deck. Okay, I'm telling you, that comes in for a reason. So I feel like for somebody here, I did hear abort mission. I do feel like somebody has a course correction, but look, there's no downside with this. Now, let me see if I can do this in the way that I'd like to, because you have cards here that you've got. Now I'm going to do it like this. Okay. I was going to try to hold all of these Major Arcana, but I just don't know that I can handle it, and I don't want to be dropping cards. Ultimately, you've got the Path to the Heart, and you have the energy of the world. That is perfection. It's every single thing that you came here to find. Now, the Major Arcana comes from Latin, mysteries or secrets, the word arcanum, that's what it means. So I feel like you're going to hear information, you're going to get information that's going to lead you forward. That Chariot is a very driven energy of success, but ultimately the Major Arcana represent experiences that your soul is here to have. So when the soul finally goes through all Major Arcana and meets the energy of the world, it's when every single achievement that you've ever wanted happens for you. There's nothing bad about this. So although, I mean, I like the Tower. I understand why it scares people, because it is oftentimes an unexpected gut punch, but it is always for you, right? So back to these two. All right. Okay. The King and Queen of Cups, the masters of love, creativity, and that really great life. That's why they're here. I feel like you're on this beautiful path. And if it's a love relationship that you're asking about, if you did have an ending and you thought, I don't even care about love, I don't want to know about it, I'm not here for that, I'm here for the money aspects. Look, somebody here, it's coming right for you, and it is a perfect match. And especially too, if you may have found that previous relationships infused trust issues, okay, where perhaps you had nothing, you trusted openly, eagerly, and you had the last one and said, I don't know, I'm a different person, I'm changed as a result of the mistrust. This is where you can trust again and let your guard down. Now, those of you that are only concerned about work or about a move, I feel like you're going to move into an energy where somebody's really going to look out for you. If it's a job, you have a very trusted advisor here, but I feel like they look at you in a way like your family. Okay, they look at you how they would want someone to take care of their child or their parent, right? Like if you've ever known anyone who's been a tyrant as a boss, they're not, maybe they're a tyrant to their family too. I do feel like this is almost the opposite of that. Like they treat their employees, or they treat people that, if it's on the job training or something like that, like they would want their family to be treated. It's really nice. So anyway, with the energy of justice, okay, this is fairness. It's things getting put into play. I feel like whatever this Tower moment is for you, you're going to have, I heard, a come to Jesus understanding. Not necessarily a meeting. It's not a sit down meeting for you, but you're going to gain understanding of why that ended. And I'm telling you what, you let the universe handle it, because there's something going on here with that tower where you're going to see why that was not for you. And you're going to say, thank my lucky stars, I am not connected with that mess anymore. Justice is served here. And I don't see you turning around and going back. I see this as being liberated, perhaps being liberated from some sort of sense of remorse or sadness or fear or something like that. I just don't see you being tethered to fear with this one. And I also feel like, too, in relationships, you're not going to accept anything but the best. Justice puts her foot down, okay? She says, no, I only accept honesty, integrity, commitment, and it's a match, okay? Whatever it is that you're asking about, you won't mess around with it. You'll see it coming and let it go. And so if it's a person, place, or thing, if it's not a match for you, it just won't be part of your scene. And there's nothing wrong with that, because you know what happens when we do the dance? We get into it with people we don't belong with, and we almost always get hurt as a result. So from here on out, I feel like you have a spiritual armor. You're armed up, you're whatever you want to say with that. I almost said lawyered up, and that could be too if there's something about that. But it's in a spiritual sense is how I feel you're being protected and guided. And so you've got a couple of 3s here, which I like. You've also got a couple of 7s. Those are nice too. But the 3 of Wands here, the wait is over. Whatever it is that you're asking about, it's your time to move forward. It's time to take that leap of faith, Sagittarius. The 3 of Wands compels you to do it. And there's an energy here, though, that is, you know, there's no pressure here. There's a lightness about it. It's like the next right thing to do is right in front of you. And so the Empress comes in again with the creativity. I feel like you're going to be wildly creative. Know your love. Don't forget about it. But with the Empress, the mother of the tarot, you're going to be feeling it. I told you before, you're going to have people who look out for you, who do nice things for you, because it's this. She loves to love. She loves to help other people. She loves to have people come into her house. If you had a rough turn of events, I feel like someone may invite you over for coffee or water or whatever you drink, just to sit and listen and talk. And there's something about it that I feel like you're so uplifted afterwards. It's that kind of energy, that sense of community that somebody here really needs right now. So with this Empress energy, she's also the multiplier of forms and ideas. And so your ideas are going to be great. If you're starting a new job, but the Tower represents a curveball at a job you didn't see coming, you're going to walk into such a better environment, especially too if you didn't feel heard in the last one, where you felt like your ideas kind of fell on deaf ears. I feel like you may be in charge of something. If you're doing something with freelance or a consultant of sorts, I also feel like you're really going to enjoy it. They're going to enjoy this sense of autonomy that it brings, but also being able to be creative is very important here. Now, she also, too, is the mother. So like I said, she is perpetually pregnant. If you're wondering about fertility, yes, you have fertility here, if that's what you're here about and it weighs on you. With the Hermit energy, know thyself, because when you know yourself, you know the universe. I'm telling you, the spiritual thing is important. I keep hearing you get armored up spiritually. Because when we have these breakdowns, the Tower is an awakening. It's a breakdown for a breakthrough. But oftentimes what we think is a breakdown in some area, mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, it's really a spiritual crisis. And so with the Hermit energy, this is where you walk up the hill. You climb up with your higher self. You get yourself back up, dust yourself back off, and you keep going because there's more here for you. You come out on the other side with regained sense of accomplishment, achievement, but great wisdom here. So whatever that Tower was, it just was not sustainable. So the Chariot, too, is a great card. I love this in the outcome when we do Celtic crosses, because it's trying to tell you that you will be victorious. Whatever it is that you're setting your sights on is yours for the taking. So the Chariot comes in and drives things forward. It is a card, though, too, where you have quite an influence over other people. You have that multiple times here. So I do feel like you're going to have people reaching out to you, but I also want to tell you with this, it's a symbol that you're going to meet somebody important. If you are single and you've had a difficult ending to a relationship and maybe you wanted reconciliation, it didn't happen, and you know that the time has passed and now it just wouldn't be, you wouldn't accept it, you know, like, hey, you waited too long. with this Chariot, it's perfect timing because I feel like you're meeting somebody, or if you've already met them after the heels of something tumultuous, this is so much better for you. It's somebody so mature, and it's somebody who I feel like has seen the world, wants to see the world, has a similar life vision as you. And so with this, I feel like you have a partner coming in who will be quite dependable too. It's like all the things the other one didn't have, this one comes ready-made. The Seven of Wands says you keep walking forward. I do feel like if you've been on a quest for justice, justice will be served. But I do want you to be more of a spectator. I feel like with this energy, there's something that's a bit pushy. It's a bit too much in the ring. And I feel like it's going to have itself worked out with you not having to push quite as hard. I would be careful about, talking about things and just not getting in the mix of having anything reflect poorly on you. With this Tower energy, like we've talked about, there's a big change. There's something here coming in that says it's time for a radical new life. It's time to end illusions. And it's time to have the light switch flipped on. Now, notice too all these little droplets. These are the yods or yods of the tarot. They're blessings coming in. So don't shy away from that. Tower, embrace it. You've got the World as we conclude. This is when you're going to want to stop time because it's absolute perfection. You have information coming in and it's going to be great. It's a new cycle. It's the old phase wrapping up, a completion happening, and a new phase starting on a new page that feels fantastic. If you're working for yourself, I do feel like it's going to be very supportive in terms of traveling, okay? Or you're working in some kind of a remote way where you can travel. Because there's something about this where it's a wish. I feel like you're open to the universe here, and it's an attainment. Something about this brings more attainment in this journey of life, the ability to travel, get out and see things. All right, what else? Does Sagittarius need to know, please? Sorry, I jostled the camera so hard. I've got a new stand. I might need to try using it. It's a little sturdier. All right, what else does Sagittarius need to know? Meditation brings answers. We said that, didn't we? Helpful people. We said that too. You've even got two mothers here. The situation will improve. I would totally agree with that. Now, they say not the right time. So those of you who had something to do with reconciliation, I think you have somebody new coming in anyway. And you've got a yes, all right? Good things are coming. I love you, Sagittarius, and I'll be back again soon.